I move out next week. I'm done with first year. I'm going home for the summer, and I have a few weeks planned, but most of it I'm just going to be at home, working and I know, crafting. That's what I like to do. So I thought I'd share with you some projects that I want to work on this summer to keep myself preoccupied, and hopefully you get some ideas of things that you can do. I've got my tea here, maybe grab a drink, and I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, the first one is gonna be make a YouTube channel. I'm here, hi. I've only made a few videos so far, but it's been really fun to film and edit. I think it's like useful skills as well. And like, I also think in terms of digital things, I want to learn how to 3D model. I think this is a really fun one. And then I've got to make zines. And me and my friends have a zine club where we make one page each and then we send it and then do the next page. And that's, I've got a few from my friends. I haven't really added to them yet, so I need to, but maybe I'll do a little video showing you how to make a zine, and I'll just craft and you can craft with me. I want to do more videos like that where you guys can craft along with me, but I don't think they need to be perfect. I think they can be thrifted materials, they could be photos of you and your friends. It's just a really fun thing to do, and it's quite nice to do something collaborative. And on a similar line, you could make a magazine maybe for your friend, or with like photos from the summer, and you could put little crosswords and fun like games pages and recipes in it, all sorts of things. And also I want to learn how to, well, like, I want a pen pal. I see so many videos of people having one and making little gifts and thrifting stationery for it and sending them little stickers and things, and it just feels so cute. And it'd be nice to talk to someone from another part of the world. I think I want to get a Swedish pen pal, so that I can like practice writing in Swedish, because I am fluent. If you don't know, my mum's Swedish, but I've never lived there, so it would be really nice to practice that. And also, if you're learning another language, maybe that would be a good thing to do, to practice writing and like communicating with someone your age in that language. And then I've got to make iron-on t-shirts. So you can buy iron-on transfer paper from Amazon, and you could make a digital design, or you could make a collage and then scan it in. They're just really fun to make. And then on a similar line, I've got beaded embroidery t-shirts, and if you buy those like tiny little glass beads, you can and an embroidery hoop, they're like £2 from Hobbycraft, you can make some quite fun designs. I've got one with a little pink bow on it that's on my Instagram, so go check that out. It's the same as here, it's Art with Ilva. Shameless plug. And then I've got buying like sunprint paper, which is like a cheaper version of making cyanotypes, and you can just buy this paper and cover up parts of it with like funky objects, maybe lace, something like that, a leaf, and then leave it out in the sun, and the exposed parts will go darker colour. And then also I've got, you can buy fabric medium to mix with acrylic paint and then paint on clothes, so like denim jackets or t-shirts and things. I find like thicker materials work better, so it works quite well on denim. And you can also cut up like old thrifted jeans and just paint patches and then sew these onto clothes as well. And then I've got to burn a summer CD. This is a really fun thing. I always make a little CD for my mum to have in the car, and then I decorate the front like a little album cover. And I feel like you could do this as a craft night with your friends. And then I've also got to make concert posters. So I have one from when I went to see Taylor Swift that I made, and I took all my own photos. I'm quite proud of these photos actually. Sorry. And then I put them together like the Eras Tour poster. And I'm gonna, as summer is like concert season, after each concert I'm going to make my own poster with photos I've taken. And I just think it's a fun way to like have a physical version of your memories without like spending a bunch on the actual like official ones. And then I've got to make a pattern collection. I think this could be a really fun one. So either like digital patterns, or maybe you could even make them out of like textiles. You could paint on fabric, or you could embroider, whatever you're into. Sorry. And then I've got that I want to learn how to quilt. I mentioned this before, but I think it'd be really fun. And I've seen really funky ones with different patterns. I've seen ones with like animals sewn into them. I think you can make this really unique, and also you can thrift the fabric. And with that thrifted fabric, you could also make like patchwork curtains. I've seen lots of videos of people making these out of like vintage handkerchiefs and then hanging them, and sorry, and that there's some like sun coming through, and it looks really whimsical and really pretty. And then also you could make a tote bag. Maybe you could like crochet it, or you could use this fabric again, sew it, make a quilted one. I just think they're quite easy to do if you're if you're learning a new skill, because if you're sewing, it's quite a simple thing to do. If you're learning new crochet stitches, you've just got to make a square of the crochet stitches. So it's good practice for whatever craft you're learning how to do. And obviously they're really useful to just pop all your stuff in. And then I've also got to make DIY fake plants. So I've seen like really nice felted ones, and then also you could make them out of beads, or you could crochet them, which I think is the most typical thing to do with them. And you could also make your own keychains. So I've seen like little beaded fish, and also you could thrift figurines and like just draw a hole into the top and put a little like metal loop so you can attach them to a keychain, or you could maybe sew them, or clay is an alternative as well. You can make you and your little like figurines of you and your friends maybe. What else have I got? Attend a pottery spin class. This could be really fun. I want to learn how to like make pottery with a wheel and make a bowl or a cup or something. I think it's a really cool skill to have. Sorry, I think there's dust in my room. And then I've got to make a comic. I think this is really fun. I feel like when you're little, you write up all these stories and you come up with like characters and this whole world. Maybe I think that could be really fun. And recently I've been like looking through all my like old drawings and notebooks, and I found all of these ideas that I had when I was little. So it might be fun to make a comic about a story that you wrote when you were little as a kind of nostalgic thing to bring it back to life. I think that could be really fun. I also want to do a video where I take like my old drawings from when I was maybe like 10, 8, something like that, and try redraw them in my style now. I think that could be really cute. And then I've also got to like illustrate your bakes like in Bake Off, and then also to make baked art. So I've seen like patterned cookies, or there's this one lady who makes bread but it looks like flowers, and it's just insane. So if you want to get creative with your baking, that could be a fun craft to learn how to do. And then I also think it'd be really fun to like learn how to make my own nails, and like paint on them and make your own little sets. Could be quite cute. And then my last suggestion is to do a thrift flip. So my favourite ones are just to take like regular jeans and add fabric to them to make them into flares, or like embroider the pockets, something quite simple. Or you could take like old jeans and turn them into a bag, whatever floats your boat. But I think there's a lot of opportunity, and I think there's also, like, depending on your skill level, you could do something quite simple with it, or you could do a pretty extreme, like quite lengthy project. So that one's up to you. I'm going to leave some of them a little bit broad, but that's all my suggestions. That was actually not all my suggestions. I accidentally left some out. So I wanted to say that you could bookbind, so you could make your own sketchbook or journal to keep all your like memories for the whole summer in. You could pick up a fibre art like knitting or crochet, and to make a summer time capsule. I don't know why I forgot to mention 3 of them, but there you go. Let me know if you like these types of videos, if you like the length and the format of them, and if you like my ideas. Also, like, I'd love to see some of these projects. Like, if you send me what you've done, it'd be really cute, on my Instagram, and maybe I can make a little like Instagram channel and I can post my stuff and you can post yours. I think I want to have a really cute little collaborative space here, so tag along, see what I'm up to.